But I did want to talk about the future.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about what y'all did right. We should talk about some incredible stories happening regarding. I was told that the county is out there still pumping out water from neighborhoods, and even though they can't pump it directly from the storm pumps, y'all are taking it out of neighborhoods and putting it in water trucks and hauling off the water. I think that's amazing, and we can dig into that. But I did want to talk about some lessons learned and some unexpected things that happened during these storms from an operational standpoint, but also from a public work standpoint, right? Do we need more drains? Do we need more generators for pumps? Like, how do we soften the effects of these storms that are a natural part of living in Florida and are certainly not going away?
Yeah. So one of the things that one of the effects is that because of the extreme rainfall and the surges in the levels of our rivers and creeks and streams throughout the county, a lot of our stormwater pumping plans had to be kind of put on hold and wait until we had downstream conditions that would allow us to do that. We had areas where our pump stations were completely flooded and we couldn't even get to and access them. We had others that lost power. And so, the amount of rainfall, we describe it as a 200 to 500 year event, which really is just a way to describe the probability of an event like this happening. So it's like less than 0.5% chance in a given year. Nobody in the state of Florida designs stormwater systems or infrastructure for that kind of event. So it overwhelmed even our natural rivers and the creeks and streams that flow into them. The Hillsborough River got to the highest level that had ever been recorded. And not just by a couple inches, it was a full 3.5 feet above the previous record. And it stayed at that level above the previous record for almost a week.
How is that possible? I mean, that's an incredible fact. That is crazy.
And that was happening already with Helene. Like Helene was like, let me break some records. And then Milton was like, hold my drink. I'm going to break those records. So that's really what these storms did.
I mean, not a couple inches, you're saying 3.5 feet.
3.5 feet above the previous record that was set during Irma. And so, Milton brought 10 to 15 inches of rain across Hillsborough County, but it wasn't just Hillsborough County. It went across the entire central part of the state. So our other surrounding counties and areas to the north, the Withlacoochee River, peaked at the same time as the Hillsborough River and flowed. And that water is coming through the Hillsborough River as well. So
that's the watershed flow. It goes from essentially central Florida from those other counties,
and
from Polk to Hillsborough,
even North counties,
and North Pasco and Hernando. So our 17 watersheds in the county, they don't stop at the county borders. They continue, and we have those watersheds bringing water through our county from Pasco, from Polk, from these surrounding counties. So that's why we had our rivers staged up so high, and it's a powerful reminder too of how connected all of these systems are, and huge areas of the county that are part of that same drainage path. So through your lake and stream and your neighborhood eventually makes its way to the same place. So all of those areas of East County, the Pemberton, Baker Creek watershed, Lake the Notasassa, it's all going into the Hillsborough River. So all of those areas have been affected, and it's been extremely challenging to deal with some of that flooding and wanting to be able to move the water as quickly as we can. But it's difficult when the destination is also flooded and those homes that are flooded there too.
It sounds like there is the natural issue at play where, hey, we live in a lowland state, and this is a natural part of how water flows throughout our state. And the conversation could stop there. But is there a conversation with other counties? Like, hey, Hernando, don't dam up this wetland. You're screwing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, is there issues that you guys are going to look at moving forward with other counties and seeing what they're doing with their water tables, their watershed, to hopefully mitigate effects here in Hillsborough? Because we can only control our borders, right? But if a different county up north has some sort of a bad development play that covers up a wetland that disrupts that watershed and dumps more water in the river, I mean, these storms are going to happen again, right? Is that something that's being thought about right now too? Like, how are other counties handling this?
Yeah, I think we all need to work together on regional solutions. So, you know, one of the things that our board talked about just yesterday was setting up a task force with surrounding municipalities, with our cities here in Hillsborough, as well as our surrounding counties, and with our water management district, SwiftMud, that looks regionally at these watersheds. And I think, you know, it's going to take that level of cooperation and coordination to see what we can do to make an impact and improve.
It seems like the right play to go from like, hey, this isn't just Hillsborough, this isn't just a Tampa issue. Like, this is a state issue, this is a regional issue. Like, how do we handle it together, right? So let's talk about flooding in neighborhoods. There's still some neighborhoods with flooding. I mentioned you guys right now are pumping out water into water trucks. What does that effort look like? Because flooding in neighborhoods that have never flooded before, that don't have flood insurance, right? That's a huge concern right now. What is the county currently doing to alleviate those neighborhoods? And then what are y'all kind of thinking about in the future to help this hopefully not happen again?
Yeah, so we have, fortunately, we worked with our partners and we're able to get some state resources for trailer-mounted portable stormwater pumps, industrial-sized portable pumps, 6-8-inch pumps that can move a lot of water. And so we've deployed those as well as our own resources throughout the county. We have about 30 of those deployed around the county, in addition to the 38 permanent pump stations that we have at various areas that we know, are in need of, help moving water if they don't have a natural outflow. So those are all mobilized now. Those are working. And so some of those areas that have been, remained flooded for a long time here since Milton, we're seeing those waters recede now that our pumps are pumping and the waters downstream are receding. And so we're going to continue to do that. And, going forward, I think it's looking for opportunities that we can enhance those systems as well. So
Yeah.
Hey guys, if you want to watch the full episode of this clip, click right here. Make sure to subscribe by clicking right here. Thank you for watching.